Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? I did not think I would be going live today, but hey, it's a Friday, and I was just thinking, I didn't get a last live Curri in. And I was doing some shorter ones today around town. So, I mean, not short, but hey, Kevin Hawthorne, what's up, man? Thank you for joining. Smack that like. Hope Florida's doing well for you. But yeah, I've been doing a couple Curris this morning. This is gonna be my fourth one today, and it's actually going to where? Colorado Springs. The one place I always say I don't go unless the pay is right. So I can't pull it up right now. In a second, I'm gonna have to switch over to my one screen. Sadly, I am only with one phone, and here's why. I did 3 Curris today. Whoa. And I actually stopped home, and I was not sure I was going to go back out. I was actually going back out to do an errand or two, and then probably head back home. And I don't have my other phone. I didn't a couple things, like some of the things I'm just road ready to go on any whatever. But I think it's, again, I'm only working on one phone, so I can't look at it right now, but I think it was like 64 miles. Yes, I have to go over to the hill to the Air Force Base and then to Colorado Springs. It's normally something I don't like doing, but it is a Friday. There's been a lot of orders today, so potentially there's a Colorado Springs coming back to Denver. But this is probably going to be the last Curri hotshot of the year for me because it's Friday. Of course, I am open to anything happening this weekend. If something came through, but and it might too. Who knows? But Sunday's the last day of the year. This is a Friday. I would do Friday lives of Curri sometimes. So here we are. So smack that like, guys. We're going to be in the road for a little bit. If you want to join me. I don't know my music that I can play normally. I don't know what I can do. Yeah, maybe when I pick up the load here, we can figure it out. I also don't know what I'm picking up. I'm going to a place that I don't know if I've been before. Maybe it's a Sherwin-Williams, but by the weight and the amount, it didn't look like it. If I saw right, it might have been like, I don't know, 4 or 5 items at 45 or 50 pounds, and normally that doesn't mean paint. Just by knowing the app like I do. But we will see. Hey, Scrabble, how are you? Yeah, it looks like this could be my last Curri of the year, you guys. Because, I mean, if I get one coming back from Colorado Springs, great. But it's now 1:44 here in Denver. You guys know that I hate doing Colorado Springs. And now I'm doing it on a Friday where I got to pick up the load. Probably get to Colorado Springs at best by 4. And that's really going to put me in a sticky situation. I'll probably get out of there just in time, hopefully past the Air Force just in time, but then I'm still going to get stuck in all of the Castle Rock nightmare traffic coming back. So we'll see. A lot of the things I hate about going to the Springs are going to happen on this ride. And I will try and keep this stream for the whole thing, because I don't think I can be playing music. I can't do any of my music because I don't have my other phone. But thank you guys for, that traffic is gonna be gross. I don't know if you're familiar with the traffic or if you've just heard me talk about it. I mean, Scrabble, I normally don't even go to Colorado Springs on a Curri offer that, if it's going the other way on the Front Range, north, like to Fort Collins or even towards the mountains and Boulder and stuff, obviously I'll take those pretty quick. Or even east, out to the plains and towards Kansas and Nebraska. But when it's south, it's just because of Castle Rock and the traffic and the non-expansion of the highway lanes. But when you leave Denver, it's like 5 lanes each way and it narrows to 2. It all bottlenecks 24 hours a day, but I'm gonna be going through it at the worst time. But again, guys, the pay was good. The pay was really good. I'm gonna need to look when I stop. I don't know what I'm picking up, so stick around because it could be interesting. To me, this is random. I've been down to other things on this pickups on South Platte, So I've been down to other things down there, but not this location. So I'm not even sure. This could be a Sherman-Williams. It just, by the weight and what I know, didn't look like it. This will make my Friday before the holiday weekend a really good Friday. So, and all I did was curry today. So this will be my 4th one, and this one will put, I mean, I haven't done expenses, I haven't done gas, but I did burn through an entire tank of gas today. Pretty much, or here soon. But it should put me, I mean, by the time I'm back, all that, but it should put me over $300, I would think. And it'll have me home by worst case, I mean, traffic's already bad, Jesus. But I'm just getting to Denver right now to pick up what I need to, and then I'll get out of town. But I mean, I guess I shouldn't say worst case then, because worst case to me is probably 5:36 at the absolute worst. But I don't think so. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Maybe I can. Maybe I'll cut some corners. Maybe some things will go right for me. Oh, you're going to Washington State? Awesome. Yeah, it depends. I mean, I don't know if you're taking the 80 out. There's a couple different, I've traveled the country so many times, either doing tours or production or just travel, whatever. But I've traveled the United States back and forth, coast to coast, many times. But you'll either probably have to decide if you're going to do, or I don't know if some of it's scenic too, but like if you're going to do the 80, or if you're going to do 80 to Idaho or to the Utah and then switch up through Idaho and cut that way to Spokane. That's one way. I don't know if you're trying to use the 90 and go through Montana, but if you use the 80, you should absolutely stop through Denver. We'll buy you dinner. Some of us creators here we'll have a good time. We'll get you. And, you know, we'll figure something out to help you try and get off the road or something, get some sleep. Luckily, you know, Denver's a friendly town for you, Scrabble. Got a lot of gig workers and a lot of good people here, but, yeah, but if you do take the 80, when you pass by, or when you go through Cheyenne, which is middle of nowhere, it's only an hour from Cheyenne to Denver. And then you can take 76 to go right back to the 80. So really the only hour you'd lose is going Cheyenne to Denver. You would be adding 1 hour. But if you did it right and you got a place to stay out of it or whatever, even some hotel deals we get here. My phone is nuts with this newsstand. It would be worth it, because Cheyenne to wherever back out east you're going, or Denver to wherever back out east you're going is going to be the exact same distance, because 76 cuts up and reconvenes with 80 at North Platte, Nebraska. So, yeah, it's the only hour you'd lose is when you cut Cheyenne to Denver straight down. And to be honest, you know, you'd get a little break from the monotony too, because by the time you leave Utah, it's all nothing. You know, Wyoming on the 80 is nothing because you're not up high enough to even see the Teton Range. And what else do we got? And then you got and then Nebraska. Nebraska from one end to the other is 8 hours, and it is the most boring state in the country that I've drove, and I've drove them all. I'm gonna have to fix this when we stop. It's gonna be over here for a minute, guys. I don't know what's going on, but there it is, like that. And I gotta hold on, be right back. All right, if this were to drop, I don't know what's going on with all this crazy stuff. Yeah, I mean, you can dash along the way home, you know. That's always good, you know, that's always fun too. But for this, it's going to be like this. If this stream were to die before I get to this pickup, I will start a new one on the way down there, but it won't. I'm right downtown. There's crazy traffic, but my phone position, all this stuff is falling apart. This new phone is really... Oh shit, and that's another thing too. Do I have a charger? I really was not prepared. I do a fake charger. Shit. I really was not prepared for doing a Curri to Colorado Springs and back. But it's too late now. I grabbed it. I couldn't resist. It was too much money, and even though it's the Springs, I was like, why not end it on a long haul? To be honest, the only reason I was back out again was I was doing a couple errands and I was going to try and get in a couple of roadies. It was one of the ones I told you guys I was trying to get in, a thing onboarded to fetch. And I was talking to the driven dad Tony about it the other day. I'm like, dude, I don't know. And then and I'm getting so many batches. It's a little confusing. I watched their tutorial video. And it does look like there's not much driving involved. It looked like it's more parcel delivery to office buildings. So it's like very short distance where you pick up. It's like I remember Viho in the beginning, how it had like a very small geo-fenced area you'd be delivering all your packages before Viho went downhill. But Fetch seems to be that you pick it up and that you're going to one, maybe two buildings, and it has an estimated time that it'll take you, but it's one of those 2 to 3 hour things. So I think if you're a hustler, I think you can do it in 2, because it's kind of one of those things like Viho was in the beginning. Like, if you, and like the Curri routes are, if you get it done in under the time. So like if you're paid X amount an hour to drive the Curri truck on a route, and if you get it done in 5 hours, you're still paid for 8. So I think they're just saying it's going to take you 2 to 3 hours, and here's the pay, and that way it covers their butt. But who knows? Maybe you can get some of them done in an hour and a half. One downside to the Fetch app is I had heard some buzz about it because I knew it was supposed to be something else. Now it's kind of this weird courier app. It's onboarding here in Denver, so if you guys are interested. And I see tons of offers. I'm just not sure what's good, what's not. None of it looks great to me. It's been competitive with my Curri working hours, but there are some blocks in the middle of the day. But again, that can be Curri hours for me, so I will probably have to switch over here. Hopefully it won't. This is where I'm hoping it won't lose you, because I need to see where I'm going on Santa Fe once I exit 25 here. But yeah, if you're watching, guys, smack that like. In a second, we'll be on the highway. I'll be able to see better. And and if anybody from Colorado Springs is on here watching, I'm heading down your way, guys. I know I never do that, but I am heading down your way. So if anybody wants to buy me dinner in Colorado Springs, just let me know. I'm kidding. Shane. I'm just kidding, Shane, if you are listening. But I am headed down that way. I don't know if somebody wanted to. It'll kind of depend on timing and traffic, but I'm now getting a little concerned I might not get out of there before the 5 o'clock, so it might make me sit there for a little bit, see if there's anything to be seen down there coming back. Otherwise, I'll probably just try and flip it back real quick, because even at the amount I took this at, I can afford to come back deadhead. I just would rather not. Okay, so I'm about to exit Santa Fe, so it's going to go black for a minute because I don't have dual phone privilege right now. I don't have my other phone. But, Santa Fe. Alright. Let me flip up. This is Roberto. There you go, how are you? Pretty good. I got it.
Yeah, it was all short. Okay. Yeah, I'm still at the branch. Yeah. As soon as I get it, once I get a chance, I'll ship the permit. Sounds good. Thank you.
I know it always looks bad, but I'm back. I'm picking it up in the back here. I guess it's shingles. It's kind of weird because it says the dimensions looked really small. It said 1.4 feet, and then it said by like by 0.5 feet and by 0.2 for dimensions, however that works. And it said 345 pounds for 5 of them. So I'm not really sure what the fuck this is. It sounds like roofing shingles, but how is it 345 pounds? I'm gonna take you guys with me. Hey, impending. What's up, Gig? Hey, boss, he told me to come around the back and go in. Is he talking about in here?
Yeah, you good.
Like, should I drive back there? I'm picking these up.
Okay, you give me the blue one.
The what? Oh, no, they kept the blue one. Or they gave it to the guy who's getting it, I guess.
Okay.
I just didn't know if it meant, he said come all the way around, then go straight back into the yard.
Go
okay.
Yeah, I'll go to pick up for you. Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is you.
Okay, it's for you.
Yeah, but I don't know where to.
That one is for you.
Okay, so I just pull back there and he'll come out there? Or?
You go.
I don't know. I just want to make sure it's okay I drive back there.
Yeah, go inside.
Okay. Clearly a place I've never been. But super nice, always. Love B2B. Oh, he's got it. Okay, how is that 340? Is that serious? 345 pounds? This doesn't look like 345 pounds. Wow, and it looks all ripped up. They are fucking roofing. These do I have?
Harvest blend, golden harvest blend. That's what I have another full pallet. These will be right back.
Okay. So guys watching, I gotta know how, if that was right, like like a very, let me see if I can see the dimensions here again. Because how is that much weight? It says total weight 380 pounds for these for 5 bundles of maybe it's the wrong one. I don't know. To me, it looked like 5 very thin packages of roofing. That's not that much weight. I don't get it. Smack that like to help me get on the road, though, because I gotta beat this traffic, man. It's fucking killing me. Like these. Like these are all the packets I was talking about. Just those little tiny thin ones. Because 5 would mean those are 60 pounds each. I don't know. It just seems like I lift stuff all day for Curri, and I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, maybe they are. Huh. Go figure. It's kind of interesting that this might be my last Curri of the year, though. It's kind of sad. Plus, I mean, like I said, I might see one over the weekend, but kind of maybe taking the weekend down because always things in the road, kicking the nails out and stuff. Because it's I don't like working New Year's ever since I did Rideshare, and this New Year's is on a Sunday, but I might have an opportunity to be doing some bartending. Oh shit, here we go. Shit, okay. Here. I'm gonna put it down. How many of them are there?
Huh?
How many am I taking?
You're taking 5 bundles.
5. That's not gonna fit.
No. You're taking 5 of this quantity.
Oh shit! Why
1,
didn't I
2.
just stack them in the back?
Okay.
I just didn't figure the weight was that much. Yeah, I didn't think they were 60 pounds each.
Oh no. It's yeah,
Because it said 360.
it's 360 pounds.
Right.
I mean, for our computer system, that could be inaccurate.
Okay. I got you. All right. You came back with that full load, and I was like, oh, no.
Don't worry. I know better than that. I wouldn't do that to you.
All right, boss. Appreciate
Awesome.
you.
Thank you so much, dude.
Yeah, have a good weekend. Hey, what's up, Welty? How you doing, man? I am potentially doing my last Curri of the year here. I mean, not that it's actually been very busy on Curri, but I'm going down to the Springs, and it's Friday, and I might have a shot at this, or I might be doing this guest bartending thing on New Year's. And I hate New Year's being on a Sunday, but Oh, I see. I know, Rex. I was like, you know me, dude. You know me that I always tell everybody never, ever unassign on Curri. And here I was saying it's probably my last Curri of the year, and I was like about to unassign it. I was like, dude, fuck that. Fuck that whole pallet. No way, bro. I tried to like tilt it to you guys. I don't know if you guys got a view, but there was a lot. He came the first time with 5 on. And then he's like, oh, 5 bundles. He's like, hold on, let me go back. And it looked like it was the same stuff he brought back, but I don't know what the heck. But then when he brought that whole pallet back, I was like, dude, wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, let me call Curri and make sure I'm being paid $1,500 instead of $145 or whatever this is. Yeah, so Welty, I saw you saw my community post. I ended up getting my, oh, hold on, I didn't take pictures, shit. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. I have to take a picture. Oh, so Rex, that was it was all shingles. And they were about, I don't know, total weight was 380, but he said it might have been off a bit, you know, so I'm guessing about 20. If there were 5, I don't know, 70 pounds each, and they were a little wet, so maybe 70 pounds, I don't know. You know, I was able to grab it, but it had some weight to it for sure. I hope not, Welty. I'm on. It says it's clicking. It's clicking, bro. I just had, I had to jump away. I'm working with only one phone here today. So, but I'm back. Oh, I see. And you see me. Yeah, so I actually had to, I talked to my, to the company I work for in Miami doing production, and I actually booked my laser tickets down to Miami today, and taking my son too. We're gonna, I'm at a hotel. He's gonna stay with some friends of ours that are in Miami for a few days, probably, and then probably stay a few extra days when I go down there to do those Taylor Swift shows. Pretty excited about that, you guys. Like, I've worked for so many amazing musicians, and even females. Like, some of the females I've worked with, you might not like them, but I mean, like, I've got 3 heavy hitters on my top 3 that I've worked with directly. Like, I did shows with Sade in '98 in South and Central America, which was amazing. It showed how, like, I saw Welty made a comment about how Taylor Swift brings out this audience like you've never seen. I've actually seen that worldwide with other bands like Sade. Like, Sade's a world artist. She's, I mean, everywhere you'd go in the world with her, she's just, I mean, people are losing their stuff over her, especially back then. But I've worked with Aretha Franklin, and I did an entire European tour with Shania Twain in 2019, like the whole tour, which is the first entire tour I've been able to do since Max has lived with me solo for the past 8 years, whatever it's been now. But yeah, I'm actually excited, man. I mean, I don't sit around the house and listen to Taylor Swift, but I do love doing huge productions. I don't not like Taylor Swift. It's just not it's not what I'm going to turn on and listen to. But I'm excited to work with her because I love working with big productions, and I'm very familiar with how big her production is and her production team. And actually, some guys on her production team, me personally, I know a couple who work with her full time, but like my boss Tom, he knows like a lot of the Taylor Swift crew, because a lot of production people want to work for her. She is a hell of a boss, runs a great operation. You know, it's pretty impressive for a young woman like her to be not only just, you know, dominating music, whether it's your style or not, but just crushing it, bringing people in on that level, but then also running a business. You know, I know that she tipped her truck driver. She has 10 truck drivers. So it takes 10 semis to move Taylor Swift's rig from city to city. And the 10 drivers that she has, maybe it's 11 actually. I don't want to say it's 11. But they all get paid better than truck drivers anywhere. But they also got $100,000 bonuses for their Christmas bonus this year. The truck drivers. I mean, everybody did. I'm just pointing out the truck drivers, sometimes the overlooked. You know, staging people, truck drivers, riggers. You know, I do, sometimes I come in and I work that stuff. Like when I worked with Elton John, that's the kind of stuff I could do, is I was just doing staging. Even though I have more lighting experience than most people, and definitely Elton John doesn't use lasers, but you know, if he did, yeah, I probably would have been a contender, or my boss would have been a contender for that, and then if he chose to put me on it, that would be one thing. But yeah, I mean, I've done all those jobs too, and they all treat you a little bit different, but Taylor Swift seems to treat her whole crew the same way. I don't know. Heard good things. Excited to work with her. I know she's touring Europe and Australia and Japan, starting in January all the way through August. And then she's back in the States, and October 18th, 19th, and 20th are the first shows back at Hard Rock Field in Miami. And we will be doing the lasers for those 3 shows. And I'm stoked. Hopefully Travis will be yeah, we'll see. I mean, you know what? If he is, I'll know, because this is one of those times where I have all access lanyards to work lasers, and we'll be helping out with the pyrotechnics too. So, because I like blowing stuff up, man. I really do. You know, the first couple times I worked with the pyrotechnics sister company that we have out of Vegas, I'll be honest, I was a little worried, because you go over some of the safety precautions, and pyrotechnics are not. I mean, if you think some of the barge, like fireworks shows that you see on lakes and stuff are like a little bit dangerous, pyrotechnics in an arena are pretty intense. But then I did it a few times, and it was just a lot of fun. It's always fun being part of the production, but I like being multifaceted. But what's up, guys? We're heading down to Colorado Springs. We're making money. This will put me over $300 for the day. It said, I put it in. I was talking to Scrabble before, and I told her, I said, this is probably going to take me, like, you know, who knows. But it's 2:23 out here. I just picked up the load. I'm about 15 minutes from heading over the Castle Rock Hill, and it said an hour or 2 to wherever I'm going in Colorado Springs. It's pretty amazing to me, but we'll see what it is coming back, because if it's only that both ways and I'm back before 5, then this is even a better deal than I thought. Because yeah, my day was good anyway. I took 3 curries. They were just, you know, they were good, solid curries today. There's been a ton of curries this month, and even before Christmas, I sent a text to Alice, and I was like, dude, there's like curries bombarding everywhere. And Gigan, if you guys know Gigan from Minnesota, Gigan came through here. Him and I had lunch, and he was like, he had 3 curries under his belt, and he kind of passed, part of the reason to pass it through, we got to say hi and have lunch, but he also, on his way to Phoenix, but he also got his curries in, and so now he's got a driver's score. He got up to 5 deliveries. So congrats to Gigan, because I know, you know, that especially up in somewhere like Minnesota, where he's like, the only ones I see are when I'm at my W2. It's like, quit your W2, bro. Just... But yeah, so he was having to pick around a W2, which even makes it just that much harder. And it's just picking up in his market anyway. But now he's got a driver's score, so he will he will definitely be in the running for anyone that he sees and says, you know what, I do want that. You know, like when you don't have a driver's score, if other people are bidding it, I don't want to say you won't, it's pretty much guaranteed not to get it if somebody else is bidding on it and you don't have a driver's score. And it takes 5 deliveries on Curri to get a driver's score. I don't know, that was not the case when I hired on, and here's why. When I hired on, for the first year and a half, there was no driver's score. Because I've almost been on Curri for 3 years now. It'll be 3 years in March. Or April. March or April. I'll need to look. It must be March, actually. Yeah, because it was the end of winter. Hey, Rideshare Lisa, how are you? Hey, did your son get the speaker that you won from Delivered? Because I sent it through to Chris the way you said, and I just put your name on it because you were the winner that all of us had listed, and he had already been sent the list of names. But I put a little notation saying this is Lisa's son. And I put both, you know, the same last name, so I was like, you know, this is her son, she wants to send it to him, so I think it should have been fine, but, great, awesome. Yeah, I have one too, I love it too. That thing's awesome, those pulses, because those JBLs kick the bass on either end, so you can flip that thing. I think some of them are even called the JBL Flip, but a lot of them, even the bigger ones now, do the flip. So you can just flip it on either side and that bass kicks down, but it also kicks up. So it really, I mean, for the little speaker it is, it really like sounds like a stereo in a room. Pretty amazing. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's funny you say that about Tim and the PS5 because I saw a community post from Tim that said like, hey, I've been laying low, I got fixed my van, and I was like, man, is Tim like sitting in his pajamas playing PS5? Because he's like, man, I haven't had a game system like that in a long time. So like, now I'm thinking, uh-oh. At least it's the holidays, you know. But I hope, like, Lisa, I know you've been doing well with Deliver That. You know, Carnifage, I'm trying to read. I did see 2, but they were going to the middle of nowhere. Been quiet around here. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just all ebb and flow, but, I mean, for Vegas, I don't know what would make it go quiet or not. It probably depends on the amount of volume they do with each client. You know he is. That's what I'm doing. I know. Well, and see, I talked to him, and I know he was, but he was doing a good job getting off it too. He was like cracking out on it for like 5 hours, Rex, and then he's like, I gotta go work, and he was going and working. So. Because I remember when I was talking to him, he was like, man, I got 3 games, and I'm still only on the first one. I don't think he had even opened the other 2 or inserted them. Like, he was just playing 1 game. He was already so locked in. I'm like, dude, you're gonna... Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Rex. God of War is more addicting than taking, like, what you saw. I know you saw it. Is more addicting than taking that, whatever it was, $35 roadie I saw for 55 miles to make 9 Best Buy TV deliveries. Come on, roadie. Seriously? That is and I put it in the post, in the community post, that is an all-time low. 55 miles, estimated time 3 hours, $35. 9 TV deliveries over the 55 miles. But I mean, like, it's my point. Like, if you're sitting around looking at a roadie or even a DoorDash with no action, I mean, why not play a little God of War and just kind of wait it out for a minute, see what happens? Because I mean, it's been the holidays, but man, it's Yeah, I know about, and it's an issue. I mean, I've seen it here too, and not as much in the gig apps as just in my day-to-day life. We're definitely been taking in a lot of illegals lately, and they're getting dumped off in the weirdest places. So I don't, and I'm not really sure. You know, it's different when you hear about illegals being dumped in blue states and whatnot. We're kind of more of a purple state because the state differs so much, but. Whatever Denver ends up voting is usually the way we go, and Denver's blue, so that's why they call us purple. But it's been interesting because I've heard about all these stories about New York and the bigger cities, and even some of the other cities, and they're getting dumped here and there. But now they've started these encampments, and they were gentrifying our homeless, and our homeless has grown because people can't afford to live right now, so they're living in like in RVs or old trailers or whatever back in industrial park areas. And like a lot of the Curri stuff I do, I see RVs parked down the road, but then they have all these areas they've gentrified the homeless to, and then the homeless have walked back downtown and now like taken up the streets right outside of Coors Field. It's crazy. And but now they got these little fenced off homeless or these encampments that have on one side of them, it's really weird. There's one on Peoria Street, so if you are in Denver, you'll know what I'm talking about here. But they got this on one side of it, and it probably housed, I saw about 90 tents and about 10 porta potties. It has, and there were some family types in there too, but on one side it has a burrito bus that's open 24/7, which most of them are. That's why I'm mentioning this. And whenever I've gone by at super early morning, whenever, it's just packed with people from in there. And then on the other side of it, there's only 2 entrances. And there's actually 2 security guys, or at least one, but I thought I saw 2 in there on the entrances and walking around, patrolling. But on the other side of it is like I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of like a food truck, but it's for renting bicycles. So it's like e-bikes, and it's like a container, like from a train or something. If you've seen like container homes, it looks like somebody shipped a container over to the parking lot because it doesn't have wheels or anything. And when they open it opens up and there's like 50 bikes in there. And they give them out or they rent them out to these illegals. I'm not really sure what's going on, but not cool. Yeah, I can only see part of it, Rex, but that's the other thing, is that even without the 8 million illegals that Biden, or that the current administration has let in, I gotta say, like, I still think with the state of this economy, even without them, which that's a big problem of it, and it's not against them, it's against us shame on us for doing it. We know better, we've never allowed that many in. We've never just broke down the walls and said whatever. We always have some entering, whatever. But I know that I saw a really crazy statistic on homeless that I don't know if you guys maybe already knew this. I didn't know this, but the way that they take the homeless count in this country is all done on daylight hours on December 23rd or 22nd, because the 21st is the winter solstice, and it's the shortest day of sunlight in the year. And so on the 22nd, the day after that, from sun up until sundown, they have people in every city, in every area. It's almost like the census. Go around and do a literally home that they're taking that in of homeless. And the thing is like, how many homeless are you missing though? I mean, like, yeah, you're going to get a vast majority for sure, but a lot of them aren't going to be, you don't know where a lot of them are. But I saw that, you know, that is all done in one night, and I saw how high it was this year. I was like, damn. I mean, that's their count from a night, and it was like 24% up, and like 16% higher than it's ever been in history. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, I bet Scrabble. I bet they don't get them. Although, you know, I will say that like I don't know who does these surveys, but if they do speak to the police, like I can speak for Denver. If you speak to the police in Denver, they can, and it's back. Yeah, I do stuff with the Denver Rescue Mission. I have for many years. We do some music events that we put all the funds towards on that, like Last Waltz here every year. And my bars used to work with the Denver Rescue Mission. There's also like Food Bank of the Rockies and other things. But the Denver Rescue Mission, if you guys look it up, denverrescuemission.org, is one of the best homeless centers in the country. And in fact, other people come here from who are like trying to be higher ups at other rescue missions or in their cities, and they come here and train for a while. This one's pretty well known for being like one of the best. But yet here we are facing one of the worst amounts of people. Even when you go down near the Denver Rescue Mission now, it's downtown. It's crazy. Like I said, there's homeless all around the ballpark, which they were trying to move them out of downtown. Now they're back in these masses where you can't even walk on the damn sidewalk downtown. It is what it is. Hey, what's up, Cruising Dasher? Happy holidays, my friend. Hope you're well. So the traffic is moving. I don't want to curse this. Fingers crossed the traffic is moving. I am heading towards the spring. Smack that like, guys, if you're in here and you don't mind. I can't read I should have just left that comment at that. I can't read. But I can't, the thumbs up or the amount of people in here, I don't think it ever shows me correctly. And then once in a while it just catches up or might show me a sanity minute. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm glad you guys are joining me. Because this is a drive I just don't like going down to the springs, man. I don't know what it is. Hey, what's up, traveler? How you doing? I'm doing what might be my last curry for the year, because it's the 29th, and it's Friday. Because I'm trying to do this. I need to make sure this is charging. This guest bartending shift, potentially, so it's been a minute, and it might be kind of fun, so... some boredom for a little bit. As soon as I get over the next hill and see the Air Force, well, that gets a little more interesting. what's the pay on this Curri? Oh, this one, oh man, I said it, but I'm not even sure I said it right. It's somewhere in the ballpark of 145, 155. I know it wasn't 150 exact, but it was maybe just either side of that. It's a good pay. For 61 miles each way. You know, it's over the $1 a mile. It's maybe even near 50 a mile both ways round trip, so you can't really do much better than that. Plus, it's the end of the year, and that's another 122 miles I get to write off at how much, you guys? That's right, 65 cents last year became 67 cents this year. This year, every legitimate mile you can write off at 67 cents a mile. But make sure they're legit. There's some audits that cracked down that Sergio and I know about from Oregon that really kind of screwed a lot of people over who were, in our opinions, were even keeping correct books for gig workers. It was kind of surprising. But they got slapped pretty hard with some fines for, and it was all, and everything that we've heard so far, everything's about mileage deductions too. One thing that, and it's just states, their state audits that are coming after it. They're saying, no, wait a minute. Which just reconfirms the Massachusetts thing, that they just don't trust gig workers. They, in terms of the mileage especially, they think that we just put down anything we want and are writing off tons of miles that aren't real. And to be honest, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I can see that. I'm not saying any of us here are doing it, but I know a lot of people who have trouble even figuring out Uber's 1099K. Which isn't difficult, but if you don't know it, it's beyond difficult. If you don't understand what they sent you, you're like, wait a minute, what? This doesn't make any sense. So, you know, the littlest things with the gig economy and the fact that they're not they should really be clear. Maybe it's time for me to repost some of my tax stuff from Marissa, share it back out or something. Maybe just after the new year I'll do it, because a lot of it still stands true. And then if you guys had any questions, you can leave them in the comments. But the one thing that is a perk to everybody is that if you remember, you were going to have to declare anything over $600 in sales, whether it be through Etsy, eBay, a garage sale. Now this number went to 600, so anything over 600 that you sold, you were going to have to make sure that you declared all that. That number used to be 19,000. It was a pretty big difference, right? For the administration to go, you know what? Let's take 19,000 as the reporting threshold. Let's move it to 600. Meaning if you have a garage sale, you'd have to claim it, which is, it's just ridiculous. But they are pushing that back another year. It was supposed to happen last year, didn't, because they said that the agents weren't trained, they didn't have enough. This year there's no reason yet, but they did say that it won't go into effect on this current year's taxes that we'll be filing here in the next few months. So that is a big thing. If any of you guys take in side income or sold some things, or yeah, well, Lisa, you can, I mean, you know that you can write off all your rideshare miles, of course. My concern is for the people doing delivery, because when I do delivery, which again isn't often, but lately it kind of has been, I mixed in a decent amount of delivery. I actually missed some Curris to do that experiment, and to be honest, yeah, it's nice that you're saving on the gas, but really driving around city streets, hitting brakes because people don't know what they're doing in the city, and it depends on your city, but here we have a lot of illegals driving now too, so they're doing whatever the heck. Like, you got to be so on guard not just for how you're driving, but you need to be, and you need to be anyway, but you need to be 24/7, all directions, watching everybody, because you don't know what people are going to do. And in the city, that's even way worse on your vehicle. Like right now I'm on the highway. It's just gliding along at 70 miles an hour. These are highway miles. They're great. And they're stacking them up for me. But around the city doing delivery and cranking in only a few miles, trying to take the least amount of miles, and I get that, per order, it might add up a little, but really I don't think that mileage is going to be like a make or break for your taxes if you're just doing delivery. And in fact, I think you're beating the crap out of your car, because it's a proven fact. Driving around the city is way harder on car, way more likely to be in an accident, just all those factors. So I've always preferred the open miles. And then when I see people, sometimes I'll put up something about like I'm making this much on this Curri, and people are like, damn, that's a lot. And then sometimes I'll put some up that I barely took it, but it still makes sense to me. And people will be like, no, I wouldn't do that one because that's only this much for this many miles. And I'm thinking, okay, but what you left out of that was that I get to write off all those miles at 67 cents. Like now, if I want to do my taxes in 3 days, I can write them off in 3 days for the whole year. And yes, it's not cash, but you guys don't. I mean, some of you might. From some of I went to Vegas. I went to Utah twice. I'm counting all those miles. I mean, that's big. Those times 60, that times 67 cents. I mean, every 1,000 miles I've done, and yes, I've done thousands for Curri. Every 1,000 miles I've done, I'm writing off $670. Pretty huge, you guys. I don't know about you, but it's pretty huge. And I know for Curri, I'll be writing off many thousands this year. If I do this shift, Joe, it's a place down south. It's kind of in Littleton. It's more of a it's a friend. So a friend of mine owns, if you're familiar with Monkey Bar in the Highlands, or if you're familiar with what's it called? It's the other one's in Arvada, and it's Rockabilly's. If you're familiar with those two, those are owned by two brothers who used to work for me as bartenders, and the younger brother as a bar back door guy, but the older brother Jimmy as a bartender. We were also really good friends for many years and still are to this day, and he now owns Monkey Bar, and his brother, they own them together, but I think one runs the other, one runs the other, kind of thing. And then his younger brother runs Rockabilly's, but they're doing a thing down in Littleton where they don't want any. It's kind of like a staff party too, but it's a staff party where anybody that's invited from any bars can come down, which is pretty cool because that's all the service industry and tipping folks. So I think what he's trying to do is put together some of us bartenders who haven't bartended in a while but know all these folks. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. He asked me, I said yeah, and he said he's putting together how many he needs, and I don't know how exactly it's working. He's supposed to get back to me, so I don't know if I'll put out the information though of the exact name, even once I do know it, because that's just it's a private party, number one. Well, I don't even know that it is private, but I just don't think I'll be sharing that information. I mean, I guess if I find out from him, it's fine. I might, but. So nice out. And I've been dealing with getting my son's car going. Because, yeah, I got my son a car for Christmas. He's all stoked. We had to fix the windshield. We had to go get a temporary tags, got insurance. He just went and got emissions yesterday, and now we're gonna get the real tags. Had to replace 2 tires. Just everything's kind of done with it now, but it's been taking up a lot of our break. Oh, absolutely, Josh. Absolutely, dog. Plus, I know I can always gauge like the crowds. Now, this one will be multiple bar crowds, but you know, there's like the bar crowd kind of when we hop around, everybody tends to order a lot of the same type of shots. You know what I mean? Or you know, big volume shots and just drinks, and it's helpful when you kind of know the scene and know the people for sure. You know, would I get upstaged in a New York City bar right now? Hell yeah. But you know, can I you know, can I hold my own with the bartenders here in Denver? Hell yeah. In fact, you know, I used to be very fast, but it's service industry people too, so I'm kind of, you know, I am fingers crossed that it's, you know, gonna play out in the way I want it to, because I know he's trying to make sure he has enough people too, which is one of those things where you got kind of a couple floaters. I don't know if, like, he hasn't really designated anything. Like, I don't know if I'm a floater that around 8, 9 is going to either get called in or not, and then if not, you know, he'd probably kick me $100, $200 just for kind of putting it on hold, waiting to see if I was going to be needed. But I mean, potentially on a New Year's Eve, especially with industry people, like $500 plus is potential for 4 to 5 hours of bartending. And after getting my son a car, that would be very helpful. Even though I didn't buy him a very expensive car. I mean, although, you know, it was more than I wanted to spend, but for as much as cars are right now, but it strapped me for sure. So I guess I should say, to me, it was very expensive. I get out of Colorado Springs before it's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna have to switch over and check this out. It's at 140 or Highway 149. Yeah, that is the case. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? But yeah, Scrabble, I was barely able to read Morse code version of your text there. And yeah, that was important. And a lot of the cars that fell in my price range were like 200,000 plus miles, so really depended on the car. Something reliable, so kind of just fell into the right car, I guess. Hopefully. share this. Miles to 149. Smell like if you're in here for me. This could be the last Curri of the year. Oh. Is everybody working on this on the weekend, on the last weekend of the year? I can tell you, after running a bar for many years, clearly Friday, Saturday, best nights to have a successful New Year's. And New Year's is always amateur night, which I'm guessing you guys already all know that. But Friday, Saturday, most successful. Thursday, even a Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday, not good. Sunday, confirmed, is the worst night for a New Year's Eve. And by that I mean, like, statistics show that bars, out of the 7 nights that New Year's can fall on, bars do the worst if it's on a Sunday. So it'll be interesting to see. But, you know, I know a lot of people who count on New Year's Eve, and I'm saying, with the year it's been, and it ended on a Sunday, which is the worst, who knows? Who knows? Maybe everybody will go out and kind of party on Saturday night. I don't know. I might apply that logic, because I'm thinking, like, if I had even if I didn't have to go back on the 1st, but the 2nd, I mean, maybe the youngest people, but, like, even here in Denver, everybody goes out and parties. So if you're going out partying, my guess is the older crowd, or even the 30s, 40s, 50s, like those crowds, my guess is they're trying to find a way to do something on Saturday night. Just my opinion. See if I can show you guys this. Let's see. I'll try here. So that, off in the distance, that is the Air Force Base. And if you look real carefully next to the white, that white top is a church. But right to the left of that, wait, would it be to the right of what you guys are seeing? I don't know. Is the U.S. Air Force football team. So that's where your Air Force plays. And then right down that way is Cheyenne Mountain. And if you guys aren't familiar, Cheyenne Mountain is where NORAD is. So that is the mountain base where they built to initially for in case of nuclear war. Reagan and all that stuff. That's far and farther because of the threat of nuclear weapons. But now it is still quite the facility in there. Wish I had my other phone, because it looks like there's some directions I need to follow. looks like. What's up, Tremaine? How you doing, buddy? Smack that leg, guys. I know I have to keep jumping back and forth. I don't have my other phone in the car, guys. I'm sorry about that. But it looks like I'm almost here. I don't even know where I'm going. I just know I'm down in Colorado Springs territory. Trying so hard to beat traffic. I don't even know if it's possible now. It's 3:06. I made extremely good time getting down here. So for karma's sake, I better take it easy going back. I'm doing good, bro. I've been snowboarding. Actually, Tremaine, something weird happened. I was trying to text you, and it kept sending it back that it wasn't going through. I don't know what the hell was going on, man. It kept coming back like delivery failed. Did somebody not pay their phone bill? I gotta switch over. So I'm taking Woodman to Union to Dublin. Got it. Woodman to Union to Dublin. Okay. No, my phone. Well, it doesn't work just fine, dude. My phone sends text to everybody else, man. What do you want to... I've even hit resend on it. With iPhone to iPhone, it's different. So when I send to other iPhone people, I get the confirmed or delivered. And that really never happens where it says that. But on yours, it kept doing it. I kept trying. I said, hit try again. It kept coming back. Because I was trying to send you some information about snowboarding. And a picture, I believe. I don't know. iPhones suck. Yeah, but they work. If an iPhone had taken a picture of Bigfoot, he wouldn't be blurry, bro. Sadly, I don't even know, it's really just preference. But the thing is that a lot of us gig workers have learned, and even a lot of companies have admittedly said most of their time goes into programming the iPhone side. So even like a lot of companies, I won't get specific here, have admittedly said to me, and it's not on purpose, but just that iPhones are programmed better for the apps, and sometimes, in many occasions, offers do happen to go to iPhone first. Take that for what it is, but I'm not sure of all the intricacies there. I just know that I've had a handful of people who know talk to me about that. Miles to Union. And the viewership's dying off. Smack that like, guys. If the viewership dies off, I gotta end this stream. Otherwise, you guys are keeping me company. I love this. Union to Dublin. Hey, I'm not saying iPhones suck, bro. Well, yeah, because I do. Again, I can't read all these. I will when I stop you guys. But again, though, I would say that that all the developers put all the programming into there. Yeah, because the Android side has no. They don't care. You can put. I mean, you can put broken apps that don't even work in the Play Store. There's no people looking at all the code making. Apple's like way tight, dude. It's not easy to get things through on an Apple app. A whole different process. So yeah, they all do develop in Apple, and then they just merge it over. I still have never really understood, though, if the processor and all that, like once you've coded it the way you've coded it and you're going to move it over, like why is it still that iPhone is so much like is grabbing them potentially quicker? And again, I can't speak for all apps. I just know for a fact on a handful. That it does do that. So let me take a look at my address here. I'm so close, guys. That wasn't bad at all. Shit. It's 3:14, 3:30. I don't see how I'm gonna like beat traffic, but it is potential. Has potential. But it is the last. Although I gotta see that this week has felt a lot like a normal work week. I don't know why. More so than most years around Christmas. That's not it, it's the next one. I don't know, I'm driving, man. How would I fucking know? Hello. Okay, I gotta put these out. Take a picture. It looks like it's somebody's house. Not sure. See what happens. See what happens. All right. Oh, fuck. Let me see. Yeah, Tremaine, I don't have, but I will check when I stop, but I want to try and beat this traffic out of here. But I don't have drop downs set for any of my apps on this phone. On my work phone that I don't have with me, I do. But on this one, I just like to see the badges, because normally I would have had my work phone on me when I grabbed this, but I didn't, so. But now it's 3:25. It'll be interesting. Whoa. So the payout was $157.20 on that. I'll take that. I'm doing this for what, 87 minutes? It says an hour 10 home. So even if I get nothing on the way back, 2.5 hours. That's all right. That's good. That's pretty good. It's over $60 an hour. Oh man. Come on, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I just don't want to get stuck down here, bro. It can be a nightmare getting there. We're looking pretty good. Oh yeah. Josh, I've had this cough for a minute, dude. Not to curse it, but I haven't got sick, but I've had this cough for a minute. Even when I went up snowboarding, I've been up snowboarding a handful of times, and we don't have the best snow yet, but when I've been out there, a couple times just like stopped and hacked up a little bit. Like phlegm. I don't know what's going on. here I am in Colorado Springs, and none of the Colorado Springs people have jumped on. Interesting. Oh shit, that was my motherfucker. No. Ooh, it's gonna barely get me out of here in time. On the highway. 332. Oh, shit, man. I don't want to curse this, but that might be the fastest. We'll have to see how fast he goes getting back. And I saw a couple cops on the way back. But this could be one of the quickest trips to Colorado Springs potentially ever for me. And it's a Friday. Maybe not as many people are working today as I thought, or I don't know. This whole week has seemed like everybody's been back to work, so I didn't think today was going to be any different. Traffic. Let's go.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Oh, really, Josh? That's crazy, man. Here, I feel like everybody went back to work. What was Christmas on Monday? I feel like everybody was back at work on Tuesday. Normally not so much, but passing the Air Force again. I wonder if I should stop in and be like, look, guys, I already got the glasses. Yeah, just fly a plane real quick. And just any one of them. I'll take any one. No training. Watch this. Man, we doing good. I was actually thinking potentially 3 to 4 hours, 3 at the very best in a God-blessed situation. And I was thinking a target of 3.5. But it looks like it's going to be pretty on count for 2.5. It's pretty damn quick. I didn't even mention this to you guys. So to those of you guys in here that do DoorDash, I looked on mine again. You know, I did these 8 blocks, recording a little piece on it. Might even be 13 minutes this week, as my findings as the first or wait, will it be the last 13 of the year? Okay, yep. I couldn't schedule. I looked today. I couldn't schedule anything today or tonight in my area. I couldn't schedule tomorrow, and I couldn't schedule anything Sunday. Now, in the rest of Denver, there was like half-hour slots over the next 3 days. So there wasn't even any Denvers the next 3 days. There was some mountain stuff because the mountain towns are super crowded right now with people here on vacation. So I could go up to like Silverthorne and they've got like 7 a.m. to midnight open as a shift. And you can make... Oh, what happens at 3, Josh? I mean, I look through the day. I mean, I do see times when I pop on there. Again, I don't even do it. I'm not looking to dash. I'm still interested. I'm just kind of taking my findings. And again, I was saving as much money from all the apps that I could for Max's car and all that, and getting through Christmas and the holidays. But I do see Dash Now if it gets crowded. I do know that if you schedule a shift for, like, let's even say those half-hour sucky shifts, if you schedule one of those and you Dash Now during that and it's not crowded enough after that half hour, they do take you off the app. So if it gets crowded enough where it says, hey, we're busy, do you want to Dash Now? Like, let's say that happened tonight. Can I hit Dash Now and they won't time me out because I didn't take a half-hour block and because I came on when it said Dash Now? Or when it slows, do they boot you anyway? They go, never mind, we don't need you. That's a confusing thing to me that I'm not real sure of. Is if it's not scheduled, it gets busy, you get a banner drop down, it says, hey, we're busy right now in your area, you know, if you want to dash. And then if you go open the app and you hit Dash Now, can you just keep dashing? Or is there a point they go, same as like a half-hour scheduled block where they just don't need you after, and they're like, never mind, we don't need you. Oh, 3 p.m. for the newest day a week out? Yeah, I'm not. I mean, dude, that's like having a job. I'm not planning a schedule like that. Plus, DoorDash isn't that cool anyway, man. I mean, I can't make, again, I know every market's different, but if it wasn't Curri and I lived somewhere else, I just see that, I just know myself, I think I would be doing some other app to make my money at this point. I just don't see DoorDash being the thing I would choose. And again, I understand it's market to market, and so for me it's very easy, because if I can make 3 times as much doing Curri and the volume's high, why on earth would I not do Curri? Oh, I see. So Josh, you're saying that, so if it says it's busy and I were to hit Dash Now, the next screen would say, that's fine, you want Dash Now, okay, you'll start now, when do you want to end, like the 2 start stop times when you schedule? So you still have to drop down a stop, but can't you just put it hours out? Or does it still like kind of default it, and if it only thinks you're going to be needed for an hour, it does that and only shows an hour block?
Audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Oh, Derek, what's up, man? No, I'm on my way back now. I just went down to the Springs real quick, but you know, I think you've heard me enough times, Derek, say that it ain't a trip I like making, but went really quick today, so, and the pay was good. I had already had some curries earlier today and was kind of calling it a day, and that's why I don't have two phones, I don't have my music, I don't have my nav down here, and I'm not set up for like for a curry anything more than a few miles around town right now. There's a way I like to be set up, even if I'm not live streaming. And yeah, I don't have my second phone. I'd already been home after the 3 I did, and was hanging with my son. And then I got back on the road to run a few errands, and thought if a curry comes in local, I'll grab it. And then one came in Colorado Springs. I was like, no way, not doing that. And then and the price looked pretty good. But then it bounced back and it went way up, and I was like, damn, okay, I'll do it. And I even knew I might be in for a really long adventure here, but right now it says that I have been live streaming for 100 minutes. So, you know, an hour 40, and I'm at Monument, heading back north, so I'm not too far. I mean, you know, almost 160 bucks. So it was 150 something. And it was 61 miles, and it wasn't a hard drop in the Springs like a couple times I've had. Yeah, I'm passing Larkspur right now and Upper Lake Gulch Road. I'm actually doing all right. Yeah, it's actually, dude, I was saying it was good pay, but it's actually great pay. Like now, on the other side of 25 going south, I can tell you guys right now, I'm seeing bumper to bumper just starting. And this is what I was talking about. So it's 348, and that's going towards the Springs, and it's passing, you know, Larkspur, so yeah, I'm doing okay. This way, I mean, I don't want to curse it, because sometimes right as you almost are about to see Denver, you know, when you're coming over that last vista, or that last, what do you call it, plateau, like from Monument and Castle Rock and stuff, that, you know, you see Denver. I don't see, like, when I get to that point, it bottlenecks a bit. So I'm seeing the traffic starting to slow, but it's not like it's not as bad as it could be. That's what I'll say. See, I thought, Derek, I honestly thought I thought I picked one of the worst times, because I started this stream when I picked up the order, or when I grabbed the curry, and I wasn't even I was 20 minutes from the pickup at that time. I had to drive all the way from like Central Park, just south of I-25, and then I had to ring around, cut back on I-25, so we'll see. But like I said, I'm not doing bad.
Police report.
I'm pretty damn stoked. This is one of the quickest I've done this. But that's good to know. If you think that's a sweet spot, man, that's good. I never knew that. I always thought when I took that at 2:30, that's one of the worst times to go down there. But that actually worked. If I get through this, we'll see. You guys probably can't tell, but I was behind this little hippie girl coming back. She had hippie shit all over the back of her fucking car. And I was following her, and she was doing about 102. I was like, okay, go hippie girl. But then somewhere around, like right around Larkspur, and it almost seemed like she was maybe going to get over. And I was giving her lots of space, but she got over. I think she realized how fast she was going, and I was like, damn it. You were my front runner. But I think I'm doing pretty damn good, actually. Especially for that money. Hell yeah! Let's go! See, now I'm in traffic, but it's moving. It's right here is where you would usually bottleneck really bad, even with this new express lane, and nobody's in the express lane either. That's again telling me something's weird, because this would normally have express lane people in it. One of my friends, it's really awesome. One of my friends that just, I don't ride Vail too much, but one of my friends who used to live in Boulder went and bought a house, not in Vail, but he got it in Minturn. If you know where Minturn is, it's like you're going from Vail west to Edwards, and between the two you cut up like you're going to Ski Cooper. And right there in that little town of Minturn, he has a house. And if you guys aren't familiar, if you're riding Vail, there's a thing called the is it the Miracle Mile or something mile, and it's an out of bounds at Vail. But if like you ride your whole day there, you can do this out of bounds run. It's all trees and crazy shit, and then you end up right at the Minturn Inn and Tavern. And his house is right across the street, so now he can go to Vail all day and make his last run just coming in. He can just take the shuttle over there in the morning. So I'm saying that because I'm trying to get up there and see his new place. He said he got a really nice house. It's like, how the hell did you afford that, bro? Okay, I'm in Castle Rock. I'm in Castle Rock. Traffic's moving. But it's definitely growing. Even behind me, it's growing. So, I mean, you might have been right, Derek. I don't do it enough because I really hate going down to the springs. When Max was younger, I loved it because, you know, there's Seven Falls. There's so many cool... You guys, I was dogging on the springs because I'm not a big fan of it. Like, even when I worked in the bars, it has no nightlife. It has no... The city almost feels like a ghost town. But there's a lot of cool stuff to do down there. Like, as far as hiking or, you know, Pikes Peak or the Cog Rail out of Manitou or the Bat Caves or, I mean, Seven Falls, like I was saying. There's so many cool things down there to do. Like, so when Max was younger, we used to go down there all the time. But, yeah, I haven't been down there in a while. Yeah, we'll see. It looks like I'm doing good, guys. And now I'm gonna be back in Denver in a second, so who knows? Maybe I get that 5th wild card Curri, but it cannot be long distance. But a lot of times this time of day, oddly, there's something in Littleton or whatever that's heading downtown, or as long as it's not going out of Denver, as I come back in, I'd be willing to take any good paying Curri local in the city. Almost like no matter where it goes. And even though it's 4 o'clock here and I could probably get home much faster, I can still do that. But this was it. This is probably it, you guys. It's probably my last Curri of the year, unless I get one over this hill, because I just think I'm going to take tomorrow's supposed to be another nice day, and I've been snowboarding some, and tomorrow's supposed to be like 54 or 55. I mean, it might actually, that's the coolest part about Colorado. I can go snowboarding or golfing on the same day. But my son goes back to school on Wednesday, and so maybe there's a way to do a, I don't know, let's try and figure out something to do with him tomorrow. Might be golfing, who knows. Because I am telling you, I've seen a lot of Utah Curris, and even if it's one that I'm debatable or one that you guys might look at and go, I'm surprised you did that for those miles. The next Utah one, I'm almost telling you I'm going to take it blindly. Not blindly, of course it has to make some sense, but my Icon Pass works in a few places out in Utah, and I would love to get out there and ride Brighton, maybe Park City. Yeah, there's traffic now, but this is that last hill of Colorado, Castle Rock into Denver. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be a contender, yo. Well, that's cool. I was planning to do a little gig work today and see if I can make a few bucks. But I've kind of been chilling a little bit this week and playing some catch up. Hung out with my mom and my son for the holidays, and got to go snowboarding a couple times. And we don't have the most snow here too, so that's playing a role in it too. But I'm going to start getting out now, pretty religiously, regardless of snow, because got to be ready for search and rescue, and I got to be ready for trees. I don't know if Tremaine's still in here, but Tremaine knows I'm trying to put together something for this year. Hopefully we'll get it all together this year, but it's got to get some snow. That's a great thing about gig work, though. I can keep busting my ass working, and when the snow comes, I can take some time off. And even though I hate dashing and whatnot, I mean, up in Summit County and stuff, I can dash and make pretty decent money. Like up there, it's a little different. It's not worth, like if you guys are wondering, it's not worth me driving up there and driving back to work up there. But like right now, there's a few hotels that fall into what I would call the moderate range for ski resort areas. Which is like, maybe 99 to 139 a night. But around Christmas, like until just after the New Year's, even the slimiest of hotels are like $500-600 a night. So there's no way to go do that unless you got people to stay with, or which I do up in Summit County. But when I'm up there, I can go riding, and then I can, like I used to do with Rideshare, I can do DoorDash and DoorDash does or it does way better than Denver up there. Actually makes some money. Like right now, I could get on DoorDash and schedule an 8-hour shift for today up there because they're so busy. And it's all people with tons of money who have flown in here too, because they're renting like $4 to $20 million houses up there. Yeah, it's bottlenecking now. Lincoln. Lincoln what? Nebraska? President? I don't know what we're talking about. Yeah, I was passing the Castle Pines exit. Now I'm like right before I go. Really? Is it something? I don't know. Let me see if I see, because there's a couple signs out. Yeah, I didn't see what Journey something. Mile marker 190 on 25. I don't know. Is that Lincoln? I don't know. Is this a town? There's nothing here. Oh, Lincoln Avenue. Okay. 2.5 miles. 2.5 miles, bro. I'm almost there. Yeah, I'm passing Richgate Parkway right now. Playing a little Frogger with traffic. So Curri was good to me this year, you guys. You know, hey man. Curri 2024, Paraworks 2024, all the off-brand apps 2024. Go get them, man, because these other apps are going to be in court all year for legislation. And if you think they're dumping on you now, just wait. Wait till they get the city capacities. Ooh! Damn, there's a lot of those coming down. Which means it doesn't matter what DoorDash says. The city is going to cap it. They're going to say, if DoorDash says, yeah, we like 200 drivers on in this area on a Friday night, the city can say, okay, we'll allow you 50. Now, for the 50 that get on, it's going to be great. Maybe. Or maybe DoorDash will take that out on you since they'll probably have to refund more customers' money because orders will be late. Blah, 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 blah. That breaks their model, but At least it's the best chance of things getting a little better for some Dashers. But for a lot of Dashers, it's going to mean you will never, ever get on the platform. Realize that, you guys. It's a big deal. Because a lot of you won't. It doesn't say that. There's no legislation that says, "Hey, screw you, Dashers. Only 25% of you can be able to work anymore." But we all know how DoorDash works. They're going to do. You input all the data, and they spit out their answer. And the data is the city's putting caps on them that go way under the radar of what they like to have on the street. And I know how much the cities are going to care because of the fines that they're putting on these companies. So they want to catch them on a nightly basis going over because they're going to fine the hell out of them. So as I see it dwindle down to 3 viewers, if that is correct, I am going to say a farewell because this is 2 hours. This could be the last Curri of 2023. Hey, there's Bigfoot. What's up, Tremaine? Woo! All right, guys. Derek, thank you. Everybody, thank you. Down to the last 3, and I don't even know if that's right. Smack that like on your way out. And have a great and safe New Year's. I will drop 13 minutes of news. I did it on Sunday last week, and it will be on Sunday every day next year. However, tomorrow or this weekend, I'm not sure when it will drop, but I think it's going to drop on Sunday as well. It depends on a couple other factors about Sunday, but it probably will drop on Sunday and just continue into the new year. But that said, that'll be my last thing I do probably before the new year, and we'll see you guys all down the road. Hey, have a great and safe new year. If you're working, be safe, earn smart, don't be stupid. There's the most dumb people out on this weekend every year. Thanks, Scrabble. You too. Yeah, just be safe out there. Everybody else isn't being safe, so you have to be safe for yourself and for everybody else. And I'll see you all in 2024. Peace!